As a mother, I don't have a lot of time to spend in the kitchen preparing meals. I take my family's favorite meals and I put a veganish twist on them. These recipes are quick and full of flavor. The Veganish kitchen is about food, love, family, and my love of cooking for my family. We love hard and we eat good. So come along with me as I give you a glimpse into my life, planning, prepping, and serving Veganish meals. Game day, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of the game, I'm still a big fan of the food. So today we're having Queso Dip, no dairy, meaty mushroom cheesesteaks without the steak, cauliflower wings, no chicken here, and to wash it all down, a non-alcoholic apple ginger beer. So first dish I'm going to make is Queso Dip. So I'm going to make it plant-based, and I have some potatoes, carrots, and onions here, but I'm going to add cashews to it also to make it creamy. So I'm going to soak the cashews first because we're going to put it all into a blender. Put it into this glass container. And this is a half a cup of cashews. And then I have some water. And I'm just going to fill it up. You just want to cover them. There we go. So while this is soaking, I'm going to let it soak while the potatoes and onions and carrots are going. And that's going to be about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to put this into the boiling water and make a little vegetable stock. This is about 3 cups of water. You always want to add potatoes to boiling water to start that cooking process immediately. And then got onions, carrots, and a 1/4 cup of each of those. And we're just going to let it boil for about 15 minutes until they're tender. You're going to cook them. You want them to be tender so that when they go through the blender, that it's nice and smooth and creamy. So while the potatoes and onions and carrots are going, I'm going to go ahead and get started on cleaning the mushrooms for the vegan cheesesteaks. I'm going to use 3 different types of mushrooms. I have shiitake, I have oyster, and I have white mushrooms. However, you can do just one. And you can use whichever kind you like, because I've also done it with portobello mushrooms, and I've done it with only just white mushrooms, so I like it all of the ways, but I wanted to get some of the different textures. So I'm going to clean these and just start cutting them up. And this is the oyster mushroom. You can use this bottom part if you would like to. It's a little bit tougher than the rest of these, but it's still good. It still has a nice chew to it. And then same with the shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to just wipe these down, and I'm going to slice them. So with the shiitake mushrooms, you want to take the stem off, but the stem doesn't pop right off like the white mushrooms do. So you actually have to cut those off, and we'll discard that. We're going to throw that over here as well. I like to have them just a little bit bigger. You can slice them as thick or thin as you would like, but I like mine thicker because I just like the way it bites. And what is that? They say if you want to keep a man, you got to know how to cook. I don't know about that. I don't think there's any man that's going to be kept by food, but he doesn't want to be kept. But if he does want to be kept, I can guarantee you this will make him brag about you. White mushroom, like I was saying, you can use portobello if you don't like white. I prefer white because it doesn't have as earthy of a flavor as portobellos do. Alright, the potatoes are done, so I'm going to get that off the stove. So I have the vegetables right here that we cooked down in the pot, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the blender. along with the cashew nuts and some other seasonings. And we're actually gonna, so we'll put the cashews in here also. And we're gonna use some of the stock from the vegetables to help liquefy this. But first I'm gonna put some nutritional yeast. I got 4 tablespoons of that. Salt and garlic powder. And a little paprika and cayenne pepper. Get all that in there. So I want it a little bit spicy. And a little bit of lemon juice. About a tablespoon. Okay, so I'm gonna pour some liquid on here. I'm gonna start with about half a cup. Let's see how that works, and if I need more, then I'll add more. I'm gonna blend it on high so we can make it as creamy as possible. Right. Looks pretty creamy. Yep. I'm gonna scrape it down and just do it one more time just to make sure I got it. Because I want it to be very creamy. Let's check it again. Yeah, that looks perfect. Just taste a little bit. Tastes really good. It's a little spicy there too. And so when I add the diced tomatoes and green chilies, it's gonna taste kind of like queso dip. So I'm gonna plate this up. And I'm gonna get started on those mushroom cheese steaks. So it's game day, and one of my favorite game day dishes is rotel. I call it rotel, I'm sorry. But other people call it queso. So I just finished making the cheese sauce, and I'm just adding it to a bowl so that I can incorporate the tomatoes in it. It's a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies in it and spices. So I'm gonna add that to this bowl as well. This is one of my favorite snacks for game day, and so being able to have it, and it's dairy free, makes it so nice. Okay. Just trying to get all of that. I don't like wasting. Okay, I'm gonna add some of these tomatoes. You don't really need the liquid from it because you don't want to make it too liquidy. So I'm just gonna go in and just, I did already drain this, but some of the liquid is still in there. I'm gonna stir it up. Okay. I think I want some more tomatoes in there. And you can put as many as you want. You know what? You could also add walnut meat to this as well, or if you have those meatless crowns, the frozen kind or the fresh kind, you could add that to this too. That would be really good. But I was just gonna make mine without any of that. It's all plant-based. I used all plants to make this. Isn't that fun? Okay. So I think that's enough tomatoes. And this can store in the fridge for about a week and still be good. We'll plate it in this bowl right here. Pretty. So I have some chips over here. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. Tastes just almost the same as Rotel. It's really good. I'm so pleased with it. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on those cheese steaks, the mushroom cheese steaks. So I finished slicing up the mushrooms, and I'm gonna get started on the peppers and onions. When I was younger, my dad would take us to Delaware. It's on the East Coast, and we would always stop at the same restaurant every single time, and we'd get these cheese steaks, you know, the kind that soak your bag. That's the kind we got, and they were so good. It was my favorite. And we would get them, and we'd be in the car. We had to wait till we got back to the hotel to eat it, and it's like, oh, come on, Daddy, they smell so good. Let us eat it now. So I remember them having onions and peppers on them, and like this sweet pepper also, like a sweet cherry pepper. And so I think I'm gonna do something like that too with this. You can slice these peppers thick or thin, but I think when you cut them a little bit thinner, they cook better and they're gonna soften up easier. I'm gonna do this onion too. I'm just cutting off both ends and then slicing it in half. And I'll work with one half at a time. I'm gonna peel this outer layer off. Okay, all right. So we're ready to get started. I'm gonna go ahead and slice these buns and put some butter on them too, because I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna toast them while the mushrooms and onions and peppers are going. So I'm just gonna split these in half and butter them when I get over to the stove. So I'm just gonna put a little oil in the pan. It's about a couple of tablespoons. And I'm gonna start putting these mushrooms in. And I have 3 different types in here. And I'm gonna put a little soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce on there. I'm doing that first because I want to get the mushrooms soaked with that sauce, and then let it cook down. Draw out all the moisture and then cook down. And now I'm going to start just adding some seasoning. This is garlic powder, and this is onion powder. And then I'll put a little cayenne pepper on there. You don't have to put this. I like it a little spicy. And then I'm going to toss them in. And again, you're just going to mix those up and draw out that moisture. I'm actually going to just put a little bit of oil in here on the side and then add in the green peppers and onions. Add some butter here, and I'm just going to put some butter on the bread. Go ahead and put these buns on here. Just let them warm in there. So it's going to be nice to have all those different textures of mushrooms. So, looks like these buns are ready. I'm going to pull those off. And this is about ready, so I'm going to pull this off and then I'll plate it. So now I'm going to go ahead and make these sandwiches up. So I'll put the mushrooms at the bottom. Cheese. So we are gonna start on our cauliflower wings. What is game day without wings? So we're gonna do these. I have some dairy-free milk. This is oat milk. And I'm going to make a batter with that. So I'll take a little flour. Just add that to there. Might need a little bit more. And then I'm gonna do some hot sauce too, because I like to season my batter. Let's stir that up. Yeah, I add a little bit more because I want it to be a little bit thicker than this. You don't want it the consistency of pancake batter, but just a little bit thinner than that, like crepe batter. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. There we go. Let's go ahead and start adding the cauliflower in here. I already have some oil in the pan. You want the pan to have oil about halfway up. And that way when you turn it, you get the other half. Okay. I'm going to use these same tongs to put it over here. But I'm trying to keep my tongs separate so that it doesn't get all clumpy in either one of the batters. Let's go ahead and get over to this stove and fry these on a medium high heat. You don't want to overcrowd the pan when you're frying. It takes longer for it to cook when you have too much stuff in the pan. So just make sure that, and just goes really quickly. It only takes a couple of minutes. See, that one's already brown. We're gonna make apple ginger beer. My kids love apple soda as a little treat, and I don't really find it that many places, so I found a way to kind of give the same taste by just adding some ginger beer to apple juice. So I'm just gonna pour some apple juice, and you want to do equal parts. And you can do apple cider as well. But I just chose my favorite, or my kid's favorite apple juice. Here we go. And there you have it, apple ginger beer. I'm gonna just taste it. It's really good. I think they'll love this. So I'm gonna get ready to serve our game day food, and we're gonna watch the game. So see you in just a moment. Guys, we got all of our game day food all ready. So I have cauliflower wings, I got mushroom steak, cheese steaks, I got some queso dip, and I made an apple ginger beer.
Mama, that's weird. We can't drink beer. Yeah.
No, it's not alcoholic beer. It's made from ginger, so it's not the same thing. You can have this.
Good.
Okay, you want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
Yes.
You taste the apple in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to try one of the lemon wings?
Yeah, I like lemon.
I want some Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
That's good, Mommy.
You like it?
Oh.
Oh, Mommy.
How'd you like the queso?
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe it's all made from France?
No, it doesn't taste like it.
You want to try one of the wings too? That one's buffalo. That one's the secret family recipe. And this one's lemon pepper. How'd you like the mushroom steak? Good. It was good. Did it taste like the cheesesteak? Good. Want to try our wing? That's our family recipe one.
I know.
Mommy, do you know ginger ale?
Huh?
Do you know ginger ale?
Yeah, I know ginger ale.
Okay. Well, you know the ginger ale gold? Is that in there? It tastes like
It tastes like it? Yeah. It's good. We're gonna finish watching the game and eating. We'll see you next time on the Veganish Kitchen, only on Taste on TV.